What's up, everybody? Justin here. Do my Royal Rumble 2018 review. Best, I don't care. You can have your own opinions. My opinion, Royal Rumble 2018, best ever. Because of the first ever Women's Rumble. Because Nakamura won. I so badly wanted him to win. And thought he should win all along. Talking weeks ago, months ago, I said to myself, Nakamura should win the Rumble. I don't know if Triple H got in Vince's ear, whatever. But Vince, you did the right thing. Nakamura wins, Asuka wins. Two of my favorite Japanese stars, Japanese wrestlers. Two of the best and two of my favorites are both going to WrestleMania. Now, if you're going to bash Ronda Rousey make your debut, you're stupid. Because she has name value. She's a big star. She's well known. Her name is known around the world. What she did for UFC, for women in MMA, was groundbreaking. Gina Carano, she did it first, but Ronda took the ball from Gina Carano and she ran with it and she scored many touchdowns. Big deal. Ronda got knocked out by Holly Holm and lost another fight after that. Big deal. Shit happens. You can't be perfect in MMA and you can't go undefeated. Again, Ronda has great name value and she'll just make WWE tons of money. And I'm sure she's going to make a lot of money. Ronda Rousey can be a box office attraction for WWE. I'm very happy about it. I'm a fan of Ronda Rousey. I'm a fan of hers. I'm a fan of hers. And I love it as a WWE fan. As a wrestling fan, number one, wrestling comes first in my life after my family. But I don't have any kids. I'm talking about after my mom and my brother and my aunt. Wrestling in WWE is one of the most important things. I love it to death. So I think bringing in Ronda, I think, is a great idea. Having Nakamura win was great. You can't bash that. You can't bash Asuka winning the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. I don't know who's going to say this, but if some fans try to say, oh, Ronda Rousey came out, made her debut, and she stole the spotlight from Asuka. And Asuka's win. I don't believe that. No, she didn't. Ronda making her debut just made the Royal Rumble better. The overall event, it just made it better and more exciting. Asuka's name will forever be next to the first ever winner of the Women's Royal Rumble will be Asuka. Nobody can take that away from her. Ronda Rousey cannot take that away from her. Nobody can. And I'll talk about what I think they might do with Ronda at WrestleMania when I get to my Women's Royal Rumble, when I talk about it. So up first, very long show, but the pay-per-view is very good. I mean, the only thing that was bad was probably the 2 tag title matches. Again, I loved Ronda Rousey's debut. I loved Nakamura winning. I loved Asuka winning. Ronda Rousey, her debut, she just looked badass. That was awesome. I also like her t-shirt. Tribute to Roddy Piper. Anyways, and Ronda Rousey's music. Same music she had in UFC. So I'm going to check my Royal Rumble Twitter poll. Let's go check it. And that's a hell of a picture. On Twitter, at WWE, Ronda Rousey's pointing to the WrestleMania sign, Asuka, Alexa, Charlotte in the picture. That's a great picture. So up first, we had the kickoff show, which started at 4 p.m. It's 10:27 right now. The kickoff started at 4 p.m. I've lost my voice because I did live reactions to both Rumble matches. Check those live reactions out. I enjoy doing them. The men's Rumble felt really long. At least the women's was a little bit shorter. So on the kickoff we had, up first, barely anybody's in the building. They just opened the doors like 20, 30 minutes ago. First match on the kickoff was a Cruiserweight 6-man tag. Grand Metalik, Kalisto, and Lindsay Dorado defeated Drew Gulak, TJP, and Jack Gallagher. At one point, you had the baby faces, the luchadors, do a triple moonsault. That was insane. That was awesome. So, the Grand Metalik, Kalisto, Lindsay Dorado win. Here's my Twitter poll results, and I'll check them again before this review's over. Grade tonight's Royal Rumble 2018, 69% give it an A+, 28% give it a B+, 3% give it a C. And I didn't put down D because this pay-per-view did not deserve a D. So next kickoff match was the Revival taking on Gallows and Anderson. It went on too long, in my opinion. The Revival, I think, won. It happened a long time ago. I don't really remember who won, but I think the Revival won. U.S. Open Challenge. Bobby Roode, the new U.S. champion, sadly had to be on the kickoff show because the pay-per-view is too stacked of a card. Bobby Roode defending in a U.S. Open Challenge against, who answered the challenge? Mojo Rawlings answered it. I don't got a problem with Mojo. He lost, obviously he should have. Bobby Roode wins and retains the U.S. title. Bobby Roode, his theme song, the guy was super over in Philly. Philly, passionate, hardcore, great wrestling fans. And what a weekend they had. Philly had House of Hardcore Friday. Then they had NXT. Then they had the Royal Rumble. I think Monday Night Raw's in Philly. And maybe SmackDown's in Philly too. So, that was the kickoff matches. 3 of them. And the kickoff was 2 hours. And I watched it all. But I was tweeting a lot of it. No Enzo Amore. No Cruiserweight title defense because Enzo's fired. Released. And I don't care if the guy's not guilty. I don't want to see him back. He's too annoying. I don't want to see him back. And he shouldn't be back. Even if he didn't do it, he shouldn't be back because he lied and never told WWE about it. He hid it. He absolutely tried to hide it from them. Happened 3 months ago, he tried to hide it. So he shouldn't be brought back. The guy can't be trusted. Basically lied to WWE until they found out about it on Twitter from the girl, the woman that accused him of it. Again, if he didn't do it, I don't even feel sorry for the guy. If he didn't do it and he got accused, well, that's just his karma. Because in my opinion, he's a scumbag. Anyways, Enzo, you're probably too stupid to be in the wrestling business. And now you're not in it. Well, Vince, I hope they don't bring Enzo back. Even if he's not guilty and not charged, and they haven't filed charges against him, don't bring him back just because you think he's ratings. You don't need him. You got Rey Mysterio back. Hopefully, part-time deal. Put him in the Cruiserweight division. Rey would be a good Cruiserweight champion. Or Rey could work with all the Cruiserweights and have good matches. Put Rey on 205 Live. Because you have no Neville, You have no Enzo, and you have no Rich Swann. So Rey Mysterio, 205 Live, my opinion, needs Rey Mysterio. The guy's great name value, and he's a legend. And what I saw him do in the Royal Rumble, he still has it. He can still go. So the first match of the pay-per-view was, what was it? WWE Championship, 2-on-1 handicap match. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn against AJ Styles. AJ defending the WWE Championship. Good match, entertaining. AJ Styles wins, thank God, because I wanted AJ to win, retain, and go to WrestleMania as champion. Because AJ deserves to have a WrestleMania main event before he retires. AJ wins, retains. Up next we had, I believe, the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I apologize for my voice. I'm losing it. So, sorry. I got sick and had a sore throat. So SmackDown Tag Team titles, 2 out of 3 falls, I believe, was next. And the Usos retain. And they win 2 straight falls. The Usos win and retain, winning 2 straight falls. Very odd booking. I didn't like it. I thought Gable Benjamin should have won. Usos have had a great run, have been champions a very long time. I don't get why they did that. Had the Usos retain in 2 straight falls. I have stupid booking. But Usos retain. I will admit they're the best tag team WWE still has. By the way, we saw 2 new tag team champions. Or no, never mind. Usos retained, and the Bar won the tag titles. Up next, we had, I believe after the SmackDown tag titles, we had the Men's Royal Rumble match. This was very good. The last surprise returns, Rey Mysterio. That was shocking. Andrade C. Almas, NXT champion. That was awesome. He had a great showing. No EC3. That was surprising. Ty Dillinger was number 10 again, but he didn't get to enter because he got beat up by Zayn and Owens backstage. And then Sami Zayn entered the Rumble. That was pretty awesome. What else? Who else returned? The only ECW original they brought in was Rhino, and he's already under contract. Surprises were Rey, Andrade C. Almas, I think someone else, I can't remember. Oh, Dolph Ziggler returned. He was number 30. He got a pretty big pop. And Roman was the final 2. Roman lasted to the final 2. I was a little afraid he was going to win. But I thought all along they would give it to Nakamura. I predicted Nakamura. Thank God. WWE, Vince, did the right thing giving it to Nakamura. That was awesome. Fun to watch. Great to see Nakamura win. The guy's a superstar. I don't care if Vince thinks he's not. He's a superstar. You can just get more Japanese fans to want to watch WrestleMania and buy the network with Nakamura in the freaking main event. So Nakamura wins the Men's Royal Rumble. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So what was next? The tag team titles from Raw. Jason Jordan, Seth Rollins defending. The crowd's absolutely dead for this and burnt out. And I don't blame them. The first Rumble match burnt out Philly. So they were dead quiet, basically really dead silent for the Raw Tag Team title match. I was on Twitter most of it, so I didn't really pay attention, but I'm happy the Bar, my prediction, the Bar wins the tag team titles. I also predicted that Yeah, I predicted Nakamura would win. I predicted AJ would retain, and I predicted the Bar would win. I predicted Gable and Benjamin, so I was wrong on that and took a loss. So the Bar are the new tag team champions, I believe, for the 4th time. And the Bar and Rollins were both in the Rumble match. And Sheamus got eliminated about 2 seconds by Heath Slater. That was funny as hell. And that was the right thing to do because Sheamus had to work a tag team match. Cesaro and Rollins lasted pretty good amount of time in the Rumble. Rusev was number 1. And Sasha was number 1 in the Rumbles. And my friend John Ridlin, he had a Rumble numbers game. I was number 1. So I'm very happy I can cheer Rusev and Sasha. I'm already a fan of theirs. Big time fan of theirs. So very happy they were number 1. Because I had number 1 in my friend John's Rumble numbers game. So I got very lucky having number 1. Rusev was so over. So many Rusev Day chants throughout the Rumble. Even when Aiden English came out, he got Rusev Day chants. And he was super over. Final 4 was, I believe, Randy Orton, John Cena, Reigns, and Nakamura. And as I said, Nakamura eliminated Roman. Thank God. They could still have Roman face the Universal Champion Brock because Nakamura picked AJ to face. At least Roman didn't win the Rumble, thank God. And Roman better not main event WrestleMania, the WWE Championship. AJ, Nakamura should main event WrestleMania, not Roman again. And last year the guy main evented WrestleMania against Undertaker, and it wasn't even for the title. It wasn't even for the main title or a main title. So where was I? The Bar wins the tag titles. I believe they're 4-time tag champions. I'm happy with that. Now we had the Universal Championship match. The crowd was not that into it again because I think they're burned out on too much Royal Rumble because the event started at 2-hour kickoffs. I would have been burnt out also if I was there. Except I would have got more hype for the Women's Rumble, and the crowd was pretty damn good for the Women's Rumble. They were more into the Guys' Rumble, in my opinion, but that's only because it was a first Rumble match. That's why they were more hype for it, and more energetic. They had more energy for the men's because it was a first Rumble match that they put on. Universal title match. My voice sounds like absolute garbage. So Brock defends Universal title against Braun Strowman and Kane. Triple threat, no DQ. In the beginning, Braun hit Brock with a pretty vicious knee to the head. I think Brock got pissed. For real. Because Brock started cursing and then he got up and punched Braun in the head. It looked real to me, like punched the side of his head. That looked like a real punch. That looked like a real stiff punch from Brock. Maybe he did on purpose to make the match look more believable. I don't know. But Braun didn't mind getting punched in the head by Brock. Maybe Brock cursed and they bleeped it out. Maybe he cursed just to try to work the fans like he's really pissed. So many spots happened in this match. You had chairs used, tables used. You have Braun throw 2 tables in the ring. And Philly loves their tables. They're chanting tables, tables. So then, in the ring, Brock Lesnar, as I said, punched Braun in the head. They kept showing it on a replay, and it looked damn real to me. Braun is damn tough to take that punch, because it looked stiff. I don't know how much it hurt, but it looked stiff. Like a stiff, real punch. So then you had, back in the ring, 3 German suplexes to Braun Strowman. Then Braun just gets up right away, picks up Brock, power slams him through the table. And it got kind of sloppy, where you had Kane just very weakly push Braun, and he just falls through the table in the corner. That was sloppy. Then you had Brock get up, hit a F5. Braun through the announcer's table outside. Then Brock picked up the other announcer's table, dumped it on Braun. Brock looking like a beast, as always. And then you had, I'm looking down at my notes I wrote. Then after he dumped the table on Braun, on the outside you had Brock get F5, or Brock F5 Kane through the third announcer's table. And the table barely broke. And then it finally gave away. Then Braun gets up, gets back in the ring, after having the table dumped on him and getting F5 through it. Braun's back in the ring and hits 2 power slams on Brock. Kane gets in the ring, beats Braun with a chair. He goes to the outside. Braun gets on the apron. Brock pushes Kane into Braun. Brock picks up Kane, F5s on 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar retains and is still Universal Champ. I expected that. I think everybody did. I thought it would have been awesome if Braun won. I would have really popped and marked out. But Brock wins, and I predicted he would. Now to the main event. The main event was the women's 30-woman's first ever Royal Rumble match. It was very fun. It was very good. I liked it more than the guys' match. I love that Nakamura won, but the women's match was better because it was the first one ever. Stephanie was on commentary. She didn't say that much, so I barely noticed she was even there. So Nia Jax had a very good showing, but Nia Jax ends up getting eliminated by the Bellas. And everybody else helped and tossed Nia over the top. So many surprise entrances. Awesome. Tori Wilson, Molly Holly, Lita looked great. Hit Twist of Fate and her moonsault. Molly Holly hit her flip off the top finisher. Tori looked great. Kelly did not look great. Her ring gear was great, but she looked sloppy in the ring. And that's not Kelly's fault. She hasn't been in a match in like 10 years, 11 years. All I can say positive about Kelly is I liked her shorts she was wearing. She's very attractive, I think, is Kelly. Again, Molly Holly, Tori Wilson, Lita, Kelly, surprise entrance, the Bella Twins, Michelle McCool, Beth Phoenix. That was awesome. See Beth in there. I didn't think they'd bring in Beth, but why not? She works on the Mixed Match Challenge. She works for them doing commentary. And they also brought in Jacqueline, Hall of Famer Miss Jacqueline. Damn tough woman. She was brought in. She was eliminated pretty quick. Think Nia Jax eliminated Jacqueline. So then Asuka came in, looked awesome. Sasha looked awesome. Sasha was number 1, lasted like 50 minutes, I believe. Bayley was very late in the Rumble, like 28, 29 maybe. Number 30. I didn't want it to be Ronda Rousey because I didn't think she should be in the match to make her debut. Glad she made her debut, but thank God it wasn't in the Women's Rumble because she would have had to win. And Asuka deserved to win way more than Ronda Rousey. What the hell is I saying? Another surprise entrant, number 30, Trish Stratus. So awesome to see her. She looked damn good. Damn good. Not just her looks, but she looked damn good in the ring. Final four was the Bellas. I'm trying to think. The Bellas, Asuka, maybe Trish. Might have been Final four. Anyways, the Final two was Nikki Bella, which was stupid. She shouldn't have been one of the Final two. It should have been Nia Jax against Asuka. But it's Nikki against Asuka. They're both fighting on the apron. And Asuka kicks her legs out from under her, kicks her ankle, and Nikki goes off the apron. Asuka wins. Thank God. Thank you, WWE. Thank you for giving the fans what we wanted. What we needed to start off 2018. You gave us Nakamura winning. I loved it. You gave us Asuka winning. I loved it. You gave us Ronda Rousey debuting without winning the Women's Rumble. Ronda debuted. That was a perfect way to debut her. Again, if I'm going to say this, if Ronda's involved in a triple threat at WrestleMania for the women's title, or if she's involved in a fatal four-way or something, or if she's involved in a Ronda against Stephanie match, that'd be pretty stupid because Ronda would destroy Stephanie. And Stephanie would have a chance in hell of winning. And that'd be too predictable. I'm okay with Ronda in a triple threat with Asuka and Charlotte. Because nobody can take away that Asuka won the first ever Women's Rumble. So I don't care if Ronda's in the championship match. Because at least Asuka won the first ever Women's Rumble and Ronda did not. Again, I like Ronda Rousey. To me, she's very likable. She's a fan of wrestling. She's a fan of the wrestling business. She grew up a fan. I believe one of her favorites were Roddy Piper. She has great name value. You can market her really good. Can make a ton of money off her selling those Rowdy Ronda Rousey shirts. If they let her keep that name, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, can make so much money off her. I mean, WWE is a marketing machine, and they can market Ronda Rousey like a badass. And I think it would just bring new fans to the product. I think it'll bring a lot of new fans that want to watch WrestleMania to see Ronda Rousey in a WWE ring for the first time ever in a match. Yes, she was at WrestleMania 31, but that wasn't a match. She's been training with Brian Kendrick probably for 3-4 months. SportsCenter or ESPN's Twitter said, breaking news, Ronda Rousey has signed a full-time contract with WWE. I'm sure it's a very sweet deal for her. I'm happy. I'm so happy. What happened at the Rumble was perfect. Perfect to see Ronda debut and not win the Rumble. Perfect to have Asuka win. Perfect to have Nakamura win. Tag title matches. I can barely speak. I gotta blow my nose, but tag title matches were the most boring, in my opinion, of the show. The other matches delivered. 2 Rumble matches were my favorite. Asuka winning, Nakamura winning was the best thing that happened. I grade Royal Rumble 2018, I give it an A+, because they finally, Vince, probably Vince, because he makes the final decision who goes over. I believe he does. He could have Triple H in his ear saying, let's give it to Asuka, let's give it to Nakamura. Maybe Vince listened. Sometimes, Vince, you should listen to other people that know better, like Triple H. And I trust Triple H, because that guy's done great things for NXT. He has booked them the the absolute right way. But finally, WWE, finally Vince, they gave us what we wanted. I don't know how you can complain if you're a fan of WWE. How in the hell could you have the nerve to complain about Nakamura and Asuka winning? And the big star she is, Ronda Rousey, making her WWE debut. How in the hell can you be upset about those three things? If you are, you're a stupid, dumbass idiot. This ends my Royal Rumble 2018 review. Asuka, Nakamura win the Rumbles. I love it. I loved Ronda Rousey debuting. Final results for my poll, 70% A+. They give Royal Rumble an A+. 27% B+. 3% C+. Bye for now, everybody. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Follow me on Twitter at WWE NXT Guy. And I think I'll do a Raw review tomorrow if my voice isn't gone. Bye for now.